My name is Courtney Briley, and I will be talking to you all today about human trafficking and what we can do to prevent it. Human trafficking is a huge problem around the world, including the United States, and there are plenty of actions that we can take to help the victims who have been involved in human trafficking. Human trafficking is the buying and selling of humans for different kind of reasons, like cheap labor, underpaid workers, children workers, and prostitution. There is approximately 1 million children that are involved in the commercial sex trade each year, and within human trafficking as a whole, there's 50% of those people are minors under the age of 18. I'm going to share with you a story of a little girl named Asha who lived in a small village in India. Asha, her father sold her to a rich family in the city, as he thought, to be basically their house girl, which is still human trafficking, but not as worse as what actually happened. She was sold into the Mumbai brothel, and she was taken on to a long trip into the city. She was with this woman who wouldn't tell her where she was going. She just told her that she was going to be really happy. It took her days and days to get to where she was going. No one would tell her. Every time she would ask, they would just say, "Quiet, girl, just sit there," basically. When she arrived, looked like a place like this, and she was locked into her room with no windows, and she was left there for 2 days straight with no food or water. After the 2 days, the same woman who was with her came in and started putting makeup on her and telling her that she was going to receive a visitor soon, and if she didn't do what they asked of her, then she would be beaten and starved. She didn't know what she was getting into until the man came in. The man basically was there, paid for this little girl who was 9 years old at the time to do sexual things to him, and she didn't know that what these things were, or that she was supposed to do these. She knew it was wrong, so she refused. The woman came back in and told her that she has to do this stuff. And after she was still refused, crying, screaming, begging to go home, she was left alone for another couple days. After they tried again, they tried to make her do it again, same thing, and she refused once more. They told her if she did not do these things that she was asked of, she was going to be left in the room with a live cobra until she agreed to. So finally, she put herself through the traumatic events that went through, and for many years she cried herself to sleep, and eventually the tears grew shorter, and she grew accustomed to the lifestyle that she was brought into. She lost all hope of ever returning home until one day she got a visitor. She figured this visitor would be the same as all the other ones, just asking for the same things as all the other men do. But no, this guy just wanted to talk to her, and he came often, till one day he told her that he had bought her freedom, that she could go with him to freedom, basically. And this was just one person who was saved. There's many others out there who still are doing the same thing, still hopeless in the human trafficking. And these people need our help. There's a lot of things that we could do, including organizations that accept donations, volunteer work, and basically just give out information. These projects, the Polars Project is one. It helps people all over the world in all types of human trafficking. It does the labor trafficking, the sex trafficking, anything. And basically what they want to do is give you information and help you see what's going on and trying to prevent it. And then there's Children of the Night, which helps United States children from being brought into prostitution. And they have support groups, hotlines, and just basically homes for these girls and boys who have been into the sex trade to help them get back on their feet and teach them skills so that they won't get back into that lifestyle. Not for Sale is an organization to end human trafficking in children, basically, and they have a lot of videos and different things for you to look at and stuff. And they also have a training program for people to come in and become counselors for these boys and girls and kind of provide them with a system of security, kind of. And then Traffic Jam is a fundraiser to end world trafficking. Basically, it's a donation process for money and for people to donate whatever they can. Another way to help prevent human trafficking is through the spread of word. Tell your family members and your friends what you've learned and what they can do to help also. And another big thing that can really contribute is to not use products that support human trafficking. There's a website and an iPhone app called Free to Work, and they show you different companies that use human trafficking basically and support that, even if they don't really know it. They have different organizations that say if they use child labor laws or if they don't have any at all. Another way is free trade. They have, at Starbucks, you can ask for free trade coffee to be brewed instead of the regular. And free trade is an organized social movement and market-based approach that aims to help producers in developing countries to make better trading conditions and promotes sustainability. The movement advocates the payment of a higher price to producers as well as a higher social and environment standards. This is different from regular trade because there's a lot of middlemen and just different kind of ways for them to get around the laws. And one of the big people who definitely do not use free trade and use basically human trafficking, where they get their cocoa is through people who have child laborers, bad conditions, and stuff like that, is the Nestle products. They basically, they support the Kit Kat brand. They say that they have the free trade, but not any of the other brands do. Now that you see what you can do to help, I sincerely encourage y'all to take action and do what you can to end human trafficking.